Rich Dad, Poor Dad is considered the most powerful book on financial education in the world. This book was written and published by Robert Kiyosaki in 1997. Since then, more than 32 million copies of this book have been sold to date. In this book, Robert Kiyosaki shares the story of his own life. He explains that he had two dads. One was his real father, who was highly educated and held a PhD. Yet, despite this, he was always troubled by a lack of money. The other was his friend Mike's father, whom he considered his godfather. His rich dad wasn't even educated past the 8th grade, yet he was still one of the richest businessmen in the city at that time. While his poor dad used to say, "I can't afford this," his rich dad would ask, "How can I afford this?" Once, when Robert Kiyosaki asked his poor dad, "Dad, how can I become rich?" his poor dad replied, "I don't know." "Why don't you ask your friend Mike's father?" So after that, Robert would often go to Mike's rich dad, and the rich dad would teach him valuable lessons related to money, wealth, and business. By following those same lessons, Robert Kiyosaki changed his life, and he even wrote a book about it, which contains all those lessons that anyone can follow to generate wealth. So in today's video, I'm going to share the 7 biggest financial lessons from Rich Dad Poor Dad. Lesson 1. Successful people do not work for money. Robert Kiyosaki explains in his book that it is not the person who is poor, but rather their mindset. Rich people never work for money. They work for their purpose. They have a vision in their mind, and money comes to them naturally. They use that money for their own growth and to solve people's problems through their business. Some people say that money is the root of all problems. But Robert's rich dad used to say that money is neither good nor bad. In fact, nothing is inherently good or bad. It's how we use it that makes it good or bad. If you have a big purpose in life and you are a very poor person, then you will have to face more problems in reaching that purpose. On the other hand, if your purpose is big and you also have good money, then that money will help you in many difficulties and you will reach your purpose a bit faster. That's why money is neither bad nor good. Money is just an exchange of value. If you have money, then doing many things becomes a bit easier for you. That's all, nothing more. So first of all, change your mindset. Don't think of money as bad. Earn money and use it to achieve a bigger purpose. This is something you can learn well from Elon Musk's life. When eBay bought Elon Musk's company PayPal, Elon Musk received $185 million because he had the most shares in the company. If someone else had been in Elon Musk's place, they would have just stopped there, dreamed of living a life of luxury, and wasted their money on buying luxurious things. But what did Elon Musk do? He invested all that money into his dream project, his purpose, mission to Mars, and founded a company called SpaceX. After creating that company, he faced a series of failures. All his money ran out. He even sold his house and started living on rent. But Elon didn't stop. And that's why today SpaceX is at the very top among the world's largest private space companies and has even received a contract from NASA to build reusable rockets. So first decide why you want to earn money. What is the purpose behind it? What is the vision? Because everyone in the world is working for money. Everyone is working day and night, but those people can never truly become successful. But those who work with a purpose, with a vision, they put money to work for them. And as they get closer to their purpose, money keeps multiplying on its own. Robert himself writes in his book, "Work to learn, do not work for money." So why do you want to earn money? Ask yourself this. After this comes lesson 2. Financial struggle is often directly the result of people working all their lives for someone else. Robert Kiyosaki highlights the dark side of jobs in his book. He explains that people think jobs are secure, but they are mistaken. And this has been proven true as well. During the time of COVID, millions of people worldwide were laid off from their jobs. That's why Robert says that people with jobs can never be financially secure. They will always have money problems. He says that along with our jobs, we should also start some small-scale business. The advantage of doing business is that we work on our own terms and conditions, and any profit or loss comes directly to us. And if you make the right decisions, you can grow very quickly. Also, since the business is your own idea, you feel excited to work there every day. And you can see for yourself that all the wealthiest people in the world today, Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, each of them definitely has a business. That's why, if you want to become financially free quickly, keep working on your business idea along with your job. Think about what problem you can solve and work on that. Lesson 3, how much you save is more important. If you look at our education system today, it has only one main mantra: get good marks and get a good job. In other words, their aim is basically to teach you how to earn money. but they don't teach you how to manage that money. Whereas this is the most important thing. More important than how much you earn is how much you save and how much you invest. Robert Kiyosaki says that instead of focusing on our income, we should pay more attention to our assets and liabilities. Now, what are assets and liabilities? Assets are things that put money into our pockets, and liabilities are things that take money out of our pockets. For example, if you rent out your house to someone, you receive an income from it every month, so that would be an asset for you. On the other hand, if you buy a car on EMI, that will be a liability for you because you will have to pay for it every month. So Robert Kiyosaki says that a rich person has a lot of assets, and it is mostly from these assets that he generates his income. Whereas a person with a job depends solely on their salary, and when they don't work, they don't get paid. But a rich person keeps earning income all the time because of their assets. That's why Robert says that we should keep our liabilities less than our assets. Lesson 4. The rich invent money. In his book, Robert Kiyosaki explains that successful and rich people are able to spot opportunities early on. For example, Elon Musk saw that electric cars are the future, so he even bought Tesla, a company that was running at a loss. Similarly, Dhirubhai Ambani saw the opportunity in the spice business in India and started Reliance. Rich people are very visionary. They are able to foresee what the future holds, and they build their businesses according to that future, which is why they achieve success before others. That's why, if you want to generate wealth quickly, keep increasing your financial knowledge. Lesson 5. Not taking any risk is the biggest risk. Robert Kiyosaki says that even more important than knowledge is something called courage. Most people don't fail because they try and don't succeed. They fail because they don't even have the courage to try. People say that investing money in stocks, real estate, and crypto is risky, and then those same people go and blow all their money on useless luxury items. Robert says that this is the biggest reason for poverty. People don't think about the fact that if you invest money in stocks, there's a 50% chance you might lose it. But if you blow that money on useless things, then your money is guaranteed to be lost, a full 100%. That's why you should learn to take risks. By risk, I mean take calculated risks. Invest in stocks and real estate thoughtfully and wisely. Robert also has a quote on this where he says, "Often in the real world, it is not the smart who get ahead, but the bold." With that, let's move on to the next lesson, which is Lesson 6, Overcome Obstacles. Robert explains in his book that the biggest difference between a successful person and an unsuccessful one is how they handle their fears. Robert says that on your path to financial freedom, you will face 5 major obstacles that you need to avoid. So first of all, let us know what are obstacles. Number 1, fear. Fear is a person's greatest enemy. Because of fear, people are unable to muster the courage to do something big in life. That's why you should remove all kinds of fear from your mind. You will meet many people who will say that business is risky, that there's a fear of losing money, but you should avoid such people. Because remember, the bigger the risk, the bigger the reward. Fear keeps you mediocre. If you want to become extraordinary, get rid of your fear. Number 2, doubt. Will my business be able to succeed? Will I be able to do this? Such doubts drain your willpower. If you doubt your own plan, you can never succeed. Because if a batsman keeps doubting whether to step forward and play a shot or not, he can never hit a 6. So remove all doubts from your mind. Whatever you have decided, do it wholeheartedly. Number 3, laziness. Today, everyone who is successful in their field, whether it's Virat Kohli or Narendra Modi, has one thing in common. They work a lot. They put in a lot of hard work. A lazy person can never achieve anything in life. That's because they lack the passion to do anything. Number 4, bad habits. Bad habits affect every aspect of your life, whether it's physical, social, or financial. An alcoholic can never be financially free because whatever money he earns, he ends up wasting it all on his bad habit, alcohol. That's why if you want to be financially free, give up your bad habits today. Number 5, ego. Robert Kiyosaki says that whenever I consider myself to be very financially smart and out of ego, invest my money without having any knowledge of the field, I often end up losing my money. So, in this way, he wants to say that no matter what level you reach in life, never let ego take over. Because an egotistical person thinks he knows everything, and that's why he gets stuck at a certain level and can't learn anything new. Lesson 7, 5 short lessons to make you financially strong. After explaining the 5 major obstacles, Robert Kiyosaki gives us 5 short lessons that will help us overcome these obstacles and become financially free. Number 1, have a reason to earn money. Why do you want to earn money? Ask yourself this question. Because when we are clear about the why behind things, our chances of achieving them increase. Number 2, invest in yourself, build strong self-discipline. Robert Kiyosaki believes that if you can't control your emotions, then forget about making money. Because things like businesses and stocks constantly go through ups and downs. So if you get scared and shut down your business in such situations, your journey of financial growth will end right there. That's why whatever money you earn, invest some of it in building a strong personality for yourself. Do things that are a bit challenging so that you can make logical and rational decisions. Number 3, be with the people who are already financially free. Surround yourself with people who are already financially free and strong, who have achieved everything you aspire to. If you build a network with such people, they will give you the right guidance. Number 4, make assets your primary source of income. Robert says that the biggest disadvantage of jobs is that you only earn money as long as you keep working. Whereas with assets, you will keep earning money continuously. For example, if you have rented out a house to someone, then no matter what you do, that person is going to pay you at the end of the month. So keep buying many such assets so that you always have an extra source of income. Number 5, embarrassed failures and mistakes. Robert Kiyosaki says that people learn only from their mistakes. But nowadays, in schools, children are punished for making any mistake, which is not a sensible thing at all. Just as a child learns to walk by falling repeatedly, in the same way, a person can only master something and learn through making mistakes. So never be afraid of losing or making mistakes. What really matters is whether you tried or not. Because many people talk about doing something big, they dream, but only a few actually try. So these were some valuable lessons from the book Rich Dad Poor Dad. If you want to read this book in full detail, you'll find its link in the description. That is an affiliate link. If you click on it and buy the book, we will receive some financial support. We will continue making amazing videos for you just like this. Along with that, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching.